Right, welcome back everybody. Today you join me, we're back on the Vauxhall Vivaro van and we've got a little problem with the rear door, and this is quite a common problem. I've done a bit of research and online it does seem like this is a common problem, and it's either an easy fix or it could be broken. So previously, before I got this van, it has been broken into. There, just there, you can actually see that there's a hole there. So it has been broken into in its life. Really common again on these Vivaros and Traffics. 80% of the ones you see on the road have actually got this little hole where they've been broken into. There is a modification where you can prevent that from happening. Basically people just break in to take the tools and all that. So obviously I don't keep tools in here, and I've got a little bit of protection behind this now. But once we do come to get prepared to paint this van up, this will all be getting welded up and put back to factory. So but what we're here for today is, I don't know if this happened in the break-in, but as I say, it's a really common problem, so it's very unlikely that it has happened during that break-in there. And that's the rear handle. So when you go to open the door, the handle actually comes off in your hand. Now I've examined this handle and I can't see any places where it's actually snapped off. It all looks as it should. But apparently inside the door, behind the actual door panel, there's apparently there's a little grub screw, and that works its way loose, and that's what stops this handle from pulling out. So once it's come loose, it actually makes the handle release like this. So I'm hoping we've got lucky and it's just that grub screw come loose, so we can nip that up and get it all buttoned up again. But worst case scenario, you can pick these handle replacements up for about 15 quid online. So what this entails today, we're going to have to get this back door open and take the internal panel off, and we'll have a look, and hopefully this is repairable, so we haven't got to spend any money and replace any parts. So let's get this door open and then have a look inside. Right then, so coming inside the door, as you can see, you've still got a handle here on the inside where you can unlock the door, and there's your little locking mechanism there to turn that to lock it and open it if you're in the back of the van. So as you can see, we've still got a bit of work to do on these back doors. I do want to give these a good clean up and actually carpet all this, because it looks a bit tatty where it's been a van before in its previous life. So looking at it, I think we've only got one torque screw in here, and I'm hoping that that should just pull off then. You don't need to take this off because that just pulls out the way. I'm hoping we'll just undo that one screw there, and this should hopefully just be on the poppers, I think. So I'm just going to head out the back now, get myself a torque driver, and we'll have a look behind this door, and hopefully we're going to find ourselves a cheap little fix. See you in a minute. Right, so I don't want to be out here too long because it's just starting to spit now in the air, so I don't want to be getting too wet out here. So let's have a look here. Let's try T30. Yeah, that's a T30, and that's actually loose, that, look. So we'll just whiz this out. And I say this handle's been like this since I've bought the van. It hasn't really bothered me because, to be honest with you, don't really go in and out the back doors, because I say we don't load nothing in through the back. So we're always through the side door. But it's just a little job I needed to fix, so I thought I'd bring you along for it. So as you can see, you pull that screw out and you've just got a little locking bar on there. So I can't do that one-handed, but you just need to literally twist your plastic bracket to lift that up. So I'll do that now. So you just twist that out, and then we're going to get this and just give it a pop off, just on poppers. There we go, just pops off like that, no issues at all there. And I say I'm going to be carpeting this. Right, now I'm not sure where this little grub screw is that everyone talks about, so I'm just going to have a quick little look and see what I can see. Right folks, so I've been having a dig about in this door, and I can't actually find no little grub screw or anything. I'm not sure if it might have been the earlier Vivaro that Fred I was looking at online, but I can't see no grub screws on there. I think I've actually found the issue with it though. So that's how it sits on the door, and obviously you pull that back and it should jam and stop. So it pulls back and stops like that. And I found this, look. Right, I don't know how good the camera's going to pick this up, but I don't know if you can see. Let me get my Torx bit. So this edge here is actually worn down. It should actually be a flat edge and as you can see it's all ridgy, and in there I can't actually get it out, but there's a bit of plastic that's actually cracked and folded over. So what happens is when this is in the van in the mechanism, the handle locks into that. There's a bit of plastic on the inside of the door that falls into there, so that's what stops it. So when it's on the closed position, the plastic's there, and when you open the door, you open it like that, and then your bit of plastic falls in there. But what ours is doing is coming back, and because that lip's gone, it's pulling all the way out, and that's where we're getting our issue there. So this handle in theory is knackered basically, but I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of a repair and build this plastic back up. But I say I probably will change it because it is an easy quick change, but for now I'm just going to see if I can build this plastic up and get it working again. So when we do open the handle, pull it out, our plastic just drops and stays in there, and it doesn't fall out of there because it's too low, that bit of plastic. So I'm going to have a look in my shed, see what I've got, if I've got anything in there to make it up, and if we have, we'll have a go at that and get it back on, because it's a bit dark in there. Coming in here, you can just see under my driver bit there, there's a little bit of plastic going off there to the left, and that's the bit of plastic that's meant to sit in our hole. And the plastic notch looks all right. I say the issue is it's just that top bit, as you can see there, it's all warped and damaged. So that's obviously just wear and tear over time. As you can see there, look at that, how much it's warped. I say that should be a straight piece of plastic, that, and obviously the plastic notch is coming out of that divot there on the left hand side that you can see. So it must be a common thing, I say, because these are readily available online for 15 quid, or you can get a genuine one for 35 quid. So, but I say I'm going to have a quick little go at this, see if I can get this repaired. But again, I probably will order a new one in the long run, because this one's covered in paint and stuff as well, so it'll just make a nicer job. But for the time being, let's see if we can give it a little repair. Right then folks, so I've been out in my shed. I've not got a lot of stuff out there. Could have done with a bit of a plastic welding or a bit of JB weld on it. So what I've actually done is I've got a bit of this plastic. I had some from a bracket that was up the top there that was broken, so I've got some of the same plastic, and I've actually just heated it up and put a little block in there, and I've also covered it in a bit of glue gun glue, just for a little bit of added extra. I say I'm going to get another one. I don't expect this to hold out for very long, because it does put a lot of pressure on that when you are pulling the door open. So hopefully we'll just see if this does cure it, then we know that is our issue, and we do need to get definitely another handle. So I'll just show you now what I've done. You might just see a bit of glue up there. As you can see, don't worry about that, I haven't trimmed that down, that bit of glue there. But as what I've done there, as you can see, we've got a nice big straight edge built up there again. So I did put another bit of plastic in, as I did say, and it's all looking well in there now. And I say it's not a permanent fix, this is just going to be a little tester to see if our handle is the problem. So I've just shut the van door up now. Where you put these handles in, they go in like that, and then they go like that. I say this might snap off because it is only a teeny bit of plastic on there, so it might snap when I do give it a push on there now. Right, so that's the handle in now. So hopefully we'll give this a pull now. There's two things that will happen. It'll either work, or that little bit of plastic that I've just stuck on there will break off again and give way. So let's give it a go. So there we go. So there we go, we'll give it another go. And that's job's a good one. Just like that, it's working again. So what I know what I need now is I need to replace this handle, and I will go ahead and replace it. I'm not just going to leave that one on there, because I say I'm not sure how long that bit of plastic will last. It could go any time. It's only a small bit of plastic, as I keep saying. So that was our issue. Coming back in here, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to put this door handle back on. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to refit this plastic trim back on. And the way we're doing that is, again, just pull your plastic trim back there, get your poppers lined up, and it'll just be as simple as that, right around the edges, and then you can get your handle, and again that's just got to be fed back onto that little bit of plastic there, just like that, and that's all operating as it should now. So I'm just going to go ahead and get our torque screw, just hold this cover back on. You ain't got to go too mad with this, it's only a little plastic cover, just nip it up, there we go. And I can hear that lock mechanism working, not an issue there, so let's try it once more. So we're going to go ahead, just grab your handle, come in to get your stuff out of the van as you would do, and there we go. Excellent. Cheap little fix, but I say I will be replacing it because I don't know how long that's going to last. So I'm going to leave it here for this little video. It's only a little quick fast blast one. If you do have the problem with your Vauxhall Vivaro where you do pull your handle and the handle comes off in your hand, your little plastic lug on the inside of your handle has obviously worn down. So I say these are a cheap replacement. You can get them for 15 quid for a patterned one, or a genuine one for about 35 quid off of eBay or something like that. So I'll leave a link down below for the one that I get, and I'm going to leave it here, and until next time, we'll see you about.